Vladimir Putin could risk it all to push westwards in Ukraine with chemical weapons that would threaten his place in the Kremlin, a leading chemical weapons expert has told. Last month, Russia said it would radically reduce military activity around North Ukraine, including near Kiev and the city of Chernihiv, as peace talks struggled in Istanbul. Alexander Fomin, Russia's deputy defense minister, said the gesture was to increase mutual trust, create the right conditions for future negotiations and reach the final aim of signing a peace deal with Ukraine. But this came after the Kremlin said it was moving to consolidate its hold on the eastern Donbas region, currently under pro-Moscow control. Sergei Shoigu, Russia's defense minister, said Russia's main goal was now the liberation of the region. But Moscow's ability to creep further westward as attritional fighting continues may be in doubt without resorting to chemical weapons, the former head of the British Army's Chemical Weapons Unit has said. Colonel Hamish de Breton-Gordon told that the choice came down to whether Putin was willing to risk it all and launch unconventional assaults on western Ukraine, or decide the Donbass satisfies his requirements. He warned, "I am hopeful there will be some sort of peace and the Russians will focus on the east, but I can't see them taking Kiev or any other major cities to the west, like Lviv, without resorting to irregular or unconventional warfare." With the war not panning out as Vladimir Putin had imagined, the former head of the British Army's Chemical Weapons Unit compared the poor performance of Russian conventional forces to the tactics of the war in Syria. The former commander of NATO's chemical weapons force likened the war in Ukraine to the siege of Aleppo, which became one of the longest sieges in modern warfare. Lasting from 2012 until 2016, estimates place the death toll at over 31,000. De Breton-Gordon commented that the siege was only won by the use of chemical weapons in the end. On Putin's mind may be the belief that conventional weapons will only get you so far, and what was successful in Syria was the use of chemical weapons. De Breton-Gordon said, "It's clear, conventionally, he will not be able to take Ukraine. Therefore, it's a question of whether he risks all to take Ukraine, or decides the Donbass and the east satisfies his requirements." He added, "I think it's pretty clear that with his current forces and his current tactics, he's not going to be able to take the whole of Ukraine for a long time." But even with the use of chemical weapons, Putin cannot come out well from the invasion, de Breton-Gordon emphasized. He said that it would make Putin's already incredibly tenuous position in the Kremlin even more so, stating, "If he escalates to chemical weapons, that will be his downfall." He added, "Putin would just enrage everybody. The result would be a tougher Western response and further support for Ukraine." He predicted, "If chemical weapons are used, there will be more sanctions. There will be more restrictions. We will give the Ukrainian military more ammunition and weapons, more sophisticated weapons."